So, guys, I'm here with one of my favorite artists, Chloe Trujillo, and we're at Red Rock Canyon in Topanga
Yes.
Canyon. And we're pretty daring today, huh?
Yes.
We
Yes.
decided to take
We
a
broke
hike.
a few rules.
Shh. Yeah, but
And
it's
we're
really
here.
stunning
It's
out
so
here.
beautiful.
And it was your idea. You think of great
Yes,
ideas.
because I wanted to be outside after all this rain we've had. I thought, and then I've been on Zoom all day and looking and staring at the screen, so it feels amazing to be outside
It's time
and
to get
talk to you
outdoors.
too.
Yes,
Yes.
good to see you. First of all, I forgot to add this. Congratulations on your new music video for Scream, which
Thank
came
you.
out today, guys.
Yes.
It's really cool. It's a great video. Tell us about that, like where you filmed it and the idea
Okay.
behind it.
So, well, I had released this song a while ago, not as a single, as a full album called Spellbook, and I always wanted to do a video for this song. And then my friend Nazi, who produced it, she had she still has, she has a friend that owns this crazy place in Vegas, and she's been wanting to film a video there for a long time, and so we kind of joined forces and we put everything together and drove there. It was one of the coldest. So first of all, getting there, my car heater for some reason stopped working. So I was freezing in the car. It was the coldest, windiest I've ever experienced here. And from here on the way to Vegas, I mean, it was so windy. The roads, that the freeway was covered in sand and all this. And then once there, so this crazy house that her friend has like the old tiger cages and a padded room, all this. So we started being really creative. Still freezing, wearing the little, slip dress with almost nothing in the freezing cold, all for the art. We made it happen. It was really fun. And I'm so happy with the product because she the final video. I mean, she did all the edits and it came out beautiful. So I hope you guys watch it.
Yes, it came out today, you guys. You have to
Yes.
check it out. And I saw that there was also the part of the alien,
Yes.
like
So those are random. So as we're driving there, because we drove there, filmed, spent the night there, filmed some more, drove back. It was like a long journey for like just filming. And yeah, we stumbled upon all this little zone with like the aliens and the
so
yeah,
fun.
I
I've
know.
seen that.
It's just like yeah, but it was not even planned at first. We just thought, oh, we'll just film along the way, different spots, and then we're like, oh,
This is
so
perfect.
cool.
And then there's the colored
Happy,
rocks.
yes,
Yes.
happy accidents, like
Yeah.
not planned. I'm like, let's add these because they're cool.
And what about the jail cell that you were in, or with
Yeah,
the
so these
bars?
were so her friend, his name is Drew. He bought this house, and I guess the previous owner had. I don't know if there were tigers. I don't know really the story because Vegas shows and stuff like that. I don't
You
know.
never know.
I don't know, but so he kept the cages as is. There's no animals there, but we played around with this. That's why we made the trip to Vegas to use this space, and I think he shoots some horror movies there, and so he kept the cages, the padded room, all that stuff. So
Hopefully next time we see some animals, some tigers.
yeah.
It would be so cute. So so the band Boulevard of Eyes.
Yes.
First of all, I love the name. I think
Thank
it's
you.
fantastic. How did you come up with the name, and how did you guys get together?
So, first, the name. Actually, the name is the title of one of our songs on the second EP that is going to be released very soon. We're still deciding a date. It's ready to be released. All mastered, everything. But that's the title of one song. For the longest time, we were Chloe Trujillo Ravmedic.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we met thanks to you and a Global Green event where Mark was actually playing with a different band, and I was just doing my solo project. And after that, Mark reached out to me and asked if we were gonna if I was willing to collab on the song with him, and I said yes. And we released that first single called Lightning Strikes Twice. And from there, it went snowballing into like a label and to like first EP. And because it was going to be just a one song, all of a sudden we get an EP. We kept the name Chloe Trujillo Ravmetic. But then when we started getting show offers, we played, I think, 3 shows under Chloe Trujillo Ravmetic, but every time we're like, okay, now we have a band, we have to come up with a name, and we were like bouncing back and forth with different names. Most of the names we came up with were really cool, but already taken, and and it's funny because Mark sent a group text with what? How about Boulevard of Eyes? I was actually sending the same text. He pressed send before me, so we had the same idea at the same time. And I said I was just gonna say that. And if you know my artwork, you know that I have this great connection with eyes.
Yeah.
So to me, it was really fitting, and I like, since I write the lyrics and the melodies. There's always that sense like Boulevard of Eye. You have to listen to the songs too.
I love the name. It's very mysterious.
That's what I liked about it. And it was not taken unless I didn't really, I mean, we looked, there was nobody named Boulevard of Eyes. And yeah, we just all loved the name. But thanks to you, you brought us together.
Oh. That feels really good. Yeah, I love that when things work out that way.
I know.
That's awesome. And your daughter, Lula, who is a very talented artist, musician, she plays in the band.
Yes.
How is that?
Well, we needed a drummer. We needed a guitar player and a drummer. And then Mark brought in Kevin, who's awesome. And so we started jamming together, and then we needed a drummer. And I said, my daughter, she kicks ass. She's really amazing. Check her out. And I'm not saying this because it's my daughter. And I also asked Lula separately. I said, I'm your mom, and I understand if you want to say no. Because maybe you don't want to be part of something that your mother is in, but she said yes immediately, and then she came to the rehearsal, and then the guys were like, yeah.
And of course she wants to be with you. You're like the cool mom. Like, she must love it. She must be like, my mom's a musician. I get to call with her.
I mean, it's great, and I love it because we're gonna play in Paris. So I get to travel to Paris with her. Like, it's great because we get to experience the music together.
And life together in different cultures, which is amazing. Tell us about your new music and the process behind it, like the producers and, the writers. Obviously, you said you write the melodies and the lyrics. What about the producers?
For Boulevard of Eyes, yes. So Mark and I both produce together. And we kind of write together too. Because we don't see each other that much. We see each other for rehearsals and shows, and if we shoot music videos, but otherwise we'll bounce emails and files to each other. Like, he'll send me some riff ideas, and then I'll add on to that. So either I'll sing out a melody that this riff will, or I'll suggest, like I think it's really like a 50-50 co-writing process between both of us. So it's both of us producing, and just getting, and he's so easy to work with. I'm hoping I'm easy to work with too. I think, there's a big, where we listen to each other, and if there's something he doesn't like or I don't like, which hasn't really happened yet, but we are open to ideas, and
there's no big egos and fights like what happened in so many bands.
No, that's really amazing. I mean, hopefully it'll stay that way, but it's so fun. We make it fun, and I think now that we have a band, I think we'll involve Lula and Kevin in the writing too for the new music.
Excellent.
Because it's fun to co-create. I do all my solo stuff. I do everything on my own, and when I paint, I'm on my own. So to me, it's fun to finally also create with others, and it's
awesome.
just great that like connection.
That synchronicity that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So you guys recently did a jam at the Whiskey, which I checked out, and it was so like rocking, like and hardcore. I loved it. It was so good. Tell us about that. That was your first gig as Boulevard of Eyes,
yes,
right?
that was our first gig. Yeah, because we played all the shows before that were still under Chloe Trujillo Ravmetic. That was actually really fun. And plus, because it was an ultimate jam night, so our band opened that jam night. So there was so many musician friends that were present too. And I love the Whiskey. I don't know, there's something about it, and it's so legendary.
So
and it was really, yes, it was really fun. Lula was more nervous because it was a jam night, so she couldn't change the drums, like the setting, as she would have loved. So everything, she's 17, so she's still growing, and she's a girl too. So there's so much, because it's like back to back artists, so they couldn't really change drums. So she couldn't, she was nervous about like, oh, this is too high, or the tones are too far away, but she did great.
She did so good. I was blown away. That's the first time I've seen her play. So
yeah,
and you guys were fantastic. So
thank you. It was really fun. Loved the energy over there. Always great. And all the people that worked there, amazing.
Really nice.
It was just. Yeah.
And there were some great bands that night. There was quite a lot of good bands.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. It was a good night out.
It was really fun. Yeah. I thought I would be so tired after the show, I'll go home, and then I actually stayed because it was like so fun to see everybody play.
And that was my first time seeing Mark in so long. I hadn't seen him in years.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it was great. It was a good catch up with an Aussie and a New Zealander. Very cool. And you've got a show coming up in Paris. Mm-hmm. That's exciting. Tell us about that, and it's an art thing for you too. Podcast.
Yeah, so so there's a few things happening in Paris. First, we're going there because it's the opening of a metal exhibition at the Museum of Music, so the Philharmonic Museum of Paris, and the people there came to LA, I think it was about over a year ago or somewhere around that. And they interviewed us as a family because we're all musicians in the family. And then they saw my artwork, and then they decided to have one of my big paintings and a bass guitar that I painted for Robert in the show, because it's kind of like, it's an exhibition. So it's music, but everything that goes along with the metal music. And then they grabbed so my daughter Lula, who's a drummer, but she's also an amazing artist. She does all the flyer for Otto and Feed the Beast, which are my son's two bands. And so they grabbed one of the flyers she did in watercolor. So that's going to be also in the show. And then I'm going to be taking part of a couple round tables over there, some podcasts. Possibly some TV appearance that's in the works now. Hopefully I don't jinx it. Hopefully it happens. It's good. And then we're going to play a show there. April 6th, we're playing at the Hard Rock Cafe in Paris with Boulevard of Eyes. So we're excited.
And you get to see your family.
And I get to see my family and friends. And they get to see me play too with that new project. So it's going to be fun. It's been exciting. So long since I've played a show or even had my artwork in Paris. I mean, I don't think I've done that since I moved to the U.S. It's been a long time.
That's exciting.
So yes, and then to share that with my daughter, it's even more exciting. So really, really looking forward to it.
So what date is that in April?
So the opening of the show, the exhibition, is April 4th. And April 6th is the Hard Rock Cafe. April 5th is when I do a few roundtables and podcasts. So it's going to be like, back-to-back events. So, if you're in Paris.
Yes, if you're in Paris.
Come check it out.
The Hard Rock Cafe.
Yes. Well, Hard Rock Cafe, you can also come to the museum, check out all the other bands and exhibits that's going on over there. And also the roundtables, I think, are open to the public, so it's in the amphitheater there, so check it out.
So you're your whole family are musicians. Obviously, we have you have your husband Rob that's in Metallica, and he's been with them since.
Well, it's 2003, so
2003.
11 years now, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then your
No,
son.
more. Hold on.
2003. Actually, no,
20,
21 years.
I'm like, no way, because Ty is
like,
19. Ty wasn't born when Robert joined Metallica, so.
I was like, that's not very long.
Yeah,
I
no.
thought it was a little longer than that.
No, 21 years.
And
Sorry.
they're going to Australia, right?
Yes.
Ty and Rob.
Yeah, they'll be in Australia. They're touring with Infectious Grooves, actually.
Oh.
While we will be in Paris, so.
One day you'll make it to Australia.
I know. We have to come play there. I'm looking forward to it.
And how's all the artwork going? And I want to say as well, I bought a beautiful swimsuit from Chloe not that long ago, maybe about a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful and it's very flattering. I like the high waist and how it sits. And a lot of them are made in Italy, obviously, with your line.
Yes. And actually, I was talking about the Zoom meetings I've been on all day because I'm preparing a new collection. We're going to present it in June, and that is going to be for the winter. And then I'll present in September, spring. So, like winter 2024. So, yeah, it's all in the works.
It's all in the works, and you're always working. You're always creating, whether it's music, art, which I love. Now, what are your plans with the band? Do you hope to do more shows nationally when you get back from Paris, and then maybe branch out to overseas?
Yes. I mean, we definitely want to release that second EP, and we might release it right before the Paris show. So then we have like the new EP out, and after that, we're gonna. Yes, we've kind of gotten some offer to play different places within the U.S. Yes. I hope so. I hope the more shows, the better. And last rehearsal, Mark was kind of playing around with a riff. And so I think that's a sign there's going to be also new music soon.
Exciting.
Yes.
Well, I am so happy that we got to catch up today, and we, against all odds, just like Phil Collins said, we made it out here. It's starting to rain.
I love it. Yeah, it's starting to rain, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, I absolutely
love
so
pretty.
it. So,
and I feel great to be able to just sit outside for a minute.
Get some fresh air away from the meetings on the
ground,
computer.
Be like, I love this walk.
And there's a cave around the corner, actually, which is really good. So, well, thank you, Chloe.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for checking us out.
Thank you for watching.
And check out Scream, the new video from Chloe. Subscribe to her YouTube and Instagram under Chloe Trujillo. Do I say it right in Australian?
No.
Trujillo? Okay, good. With my Aussie accent.
Well, with my French accent.
Yeah, I think the French sounds better.
Of course, but I like the Aussie accent. It's so funny because it was so hard for me to understand in the beginning, like even Mark. And I'm like, now I'm getting used to it. There's so many Australians around. So
soon you'll be talking Australian in no time.
Mm-hmm.